Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning routine. It is Thursday morning, April 19th, 2018, episode number 329. So good to see you this morning. I hope your week is going away. I hope it's not just going away, but I hope it's going along quite nicely. Woke up this morning to a nice white dusting across the lawn. The snow just continues to come here in the northern tundra of the United States. This is quite amazing. But it's all good because it still is really pretty to look at when the trees are all lined in white. So hope your week is going good. Hope Wednesday, hump day. I hope it wasn't too abusive to you, that you managed to get past that day with resilience, strength, and excitement for the weekend. So I hope that's the where you're at this morning. And interesting fact I read yesterday. Listen to this. Portland was named by a coin flip. Yes, they flipped a coin. Had the coin landed the other way, the city would have been named Boston, Oregon. Can you imagine Portland, Oregon being called Boston, Oregon, and it was all up to a coin flip? It's kind of amazing. But I don't know, interesting fact. So I hope you're all doing great. I want to remind you that the morningroutine.live website is up and running as always, and all the articles that we cover and stories that we share are always available there any time of day, fully searchable in the search bar. And you can enjoy it at your convenience. So, I was thinking about this yesterday as I was hanging out with a couple of friends last night, of course, at Wednesday night, one of my favorite nights. And this is a natural brain teaser for anybody. It's amazing. What is the difference between a ring ding and a ding dong? I'm going to tell you 9 out of 10 people do not know the answer to that question without having to Google it. What is the difference between a ring ding and a ding dong? I'm just going to let that soak in there. You can throw that up in the comments if you know the answer. Tom, you were there in the conversation last night. And Jim, you guys are not allowed to answer the question right now. And I have another one. You know what? I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. I'm going to save the other one for tomorrow. That's another natural brain teaser. So right now, the question is the difference between a ring ding and a ding dong. So anyways, exciting event. I want to promote something yesterday. You know what? I'm sorry, dear mother. Shape is incorrect on the ring, ding, and ding dong, but that is the thing that most people say. It is incorrect. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's awesome. You can drive down a car and ask a car full of people, and everybody starts a major debate on this, the difference between a ring, ding, and a ding dong. So it is not the shape. So anyways, I want to promote something right now. It is not, nope, chocolate around it is the same too. Nope, it's the same. Yesterday, I went and I reshopped my insurances. Now, I'm in Northeast Pennsylvania, guys, so what I'm about to tell you probably won't help you if you're not in our region. I have always been a big believer in one insurance company that has the cheapest rates. I even had an insurance agent from a company telling me to move to this company to save money. And that name of that company was Erie Insurance. They did a great job. I love the people. They're the nicest people on the planet. The agency that's in the Clark Summit area, which is near where I am. And they do a great job. Cheapest homeowners insurance and car insurance, everything. Well, we had added on a young driver. And my car insurance went crazy. So I decided to reshop the insurance. Well, let me tell you. I found Geico. And the local Geico office, there's a woman there by the name of Tara on Kaiser Avenue. And I'm going to tell you this. If you happen to have a young driver in your house on your insurance, a simple visit, you can go online and do the quote, but when it comes up cheap, I didn't trust the online quote because I'm like, I must have hit a wrong button or something. So I went to see Tara down there at the Geico office on Kaiser Avenue, and she did all the work for me. And I'm telling you, I saved so much money, it made me want to throw up to think that I actually paid that last year. So just saying. Now, once we don't have a young driver on our insurance, I don't know. Erie is still really cheap, so who knows? But anyways, if that helps you, if I can help save you guys money, that's all. That's what I'm about. So you can take a look into that. So I do have some news stories. I don't want to get tied up on this stuff too long. I do have some stories for you this morning, as always. And let's just go back. The difference between a ring ding and a ding dong is the brand. They're exactly the same. They're round with cream in the middle. One is made by Hostess, and one is made by Drake's. That is the difference between the ring ding and the ding dong. So here we go on to stories. Tom, you are correct. Geico does get the Freedom Convolt. Boom! Stamp of approval. Ta-da! That was like the Law and Order thing I was trying to do there, but I didn't do it very successfully. So anyways, on we go to some stories. Out of NPR.org. This is a great story right here. Nick Burchill was his name. He was blacklisted at the Fairmont Empress Hotel in Victoria, Canada in 2001. Why? Was he a concert goer that trashed the hotel? Did he happen to go to the bathroom in the pool? Did he steal silverware, bread, and butter from the dining hall? No, he did not. Burchill, Mr. Nick, had planned to send a suitcase full of pepperoni to his buddies in the Canadian Navy. He decided to leave it near an open window so the chilly air would keep the meats fresh in his hotel room. I remember walking down the long hall and opening the door to my room to find an entire flock of seagulls in my room. Burchill said in a recent letter of apology to the 4-star hotel, "I didn't have time to count, but there must have been 40 of them, and they had been in my room eating pepperoni for a long time. They immediately started flying around and crashing into things as they desperately tried to leave the room through the small opening by which they had entered," said Burchill. The result was a tornado of seagull excrement, feathers, pepperoni chunks, and fairly large birds whipping around the room, he's quoted as saying in this article by NPR. "I come to you hat in hand to apologize for the damage I had indirectly come to cause and to ask you to consider my lifetime ban from the property," he wrote to the hotel, hoping to have the blacklist lifted. The apology worked. They welcomed them back. But all I could say is, can you imagine what a hotel room would look like after a flock of seagulls was in it eating pepperoni for a while, thrashing all around? That would be messy, and that's why they banned this guy. They said it was his fault. Go figure. So anyways, great story. Love that one. That'd be scary to see. So next story that I have for you today has to do with chocolate. Yes, this is out of The Hustle, thehustle.com, and it has to do with Hershey and chocolate. Yes, about 95% of global cocoa output is produced by small farmers. 95%. 70% of that come from West Africa. It's a precious natural resource for the entire region and a tremendous part of personal livelihoods. But make no mistake, from slavery and child trafficking to dire environmental implications like mass deforestation, there's a dark side to the chocolate trade. Hershey Co. is spending $500 million to try to change that. Their Cocoa for Good program will invest in the elimination of child labor and the increase of shade-grown cocoa, which can be productive for 15 years longer than sun-grown plants. Global retail sales reached $102 billion last year in chocolate. It's not going away anytime soon. And Hershey increased purchasing of sustainable cocoa 75% to 75% last year and hopes to hit 100% of sustainable cocoa by 2020. I just wanted to share this with you guys because the chocolate that we eat, it's like diamonds when they do those movies on the diamonds where they come from and chocolate comes from, and even coffee beans. Sometimes, you know, these small villages that are desperate for an income get taken advantage of, and slavery and child labor and things like that become involved. Hershey, who has one of the greatest programs for underprivileged students in Hershey, Pennsylvania, with the schooling programs and things like that, they are now doing this with where they source their chocolate. Not now, they have been doing it, but they keep putting more into it, which is kudos to them. Instead of seeing an opportunity to increase profits by taking advantage of a bad situation, they're choosing to invest in that situation and try to make it better. So good for Hershey. I think that's awesome. I think it's carrying on the Hershey name in a positive way, which he would have been. What was his name? Was it Milton Hershey? Not Hilton Hershey, right? Milton Hershey sounds right. I think so. But anyways, on we go. So I do have one last story for you this morning. This has to do, this is out of the New York Times. This has to do with vitamins and supplements. I watched another little expose on this yesterday on YouTube. Kind of interesting. The title list out of the New York Times is called "Older Americans Are Hooked on Vitamins" by Lisa Sabo and Kaiser Health News. This is kind of crazy. More than half of Americans take vitamin supplements, including 68% of those 65 years and older. Among older adults, 29% take 4 or more supplements of any kind. I watched a video yesterday where a young guy in his 30s was taking like 2 handfuls of supplements every single day just because this one makes me smarter, this one makes me do this one Wow. Well, this is a little article about this. 68% of people 65 and older are taking major supplements. Often preliminary studies fuel irrational exuberance about a promising dietary supplement, leading millions of people to buy into the trend. Many never stop, even though more rigorous studies almost never find that vitamins prevent disease. Crazy. So we're taking it to make us smarter, to prevent disease, but in extensive studies are showing that it doesn't even help, but yet people don't stop taking it because they read an article 20 years ago that says it would help, even though it's been proven that it doesn't. It's just a habit. Wow. There's no conclusive evidence that dietary supplements prevent chronic disease. Findings haven't been strong enough to recommend supplements to the general American public. The National Institutes of Health has spent more than $2.4 billion since 1999 studying vitamins and minerals and still doesn't have much to show for it. Now, let me ask you a question. If the National Institute of Health has spent $2.4 billion in the last 19 years studying supplements and vitamins to see if they can find some health benefits, and they haven't found anything, what do you think that would mean? Maybe they don't. Like crazy. Vitamin-rich foods can cure diseases related to vitamin deficiencies. Oranges and limes have famously been shown to prevent scurvy. Research has long shown that populations that eat lots of fruits and vegetables tend to be healthier than others. So instead of spending all your money on vitamins and now I'm not telling you to stop taking everything. I am not a doctor. I'm just reading you an article that I find very interesting. I happen to personally buy into this article myself, but I'm not telling you to stop everything you're doing if you've been told to do it. But my thought is, instead of spending all the money on all these supplements and stuff, why not spend the money on fresh fruits and vegetables, since they actually have shown in studies that you tend to be healthier than others by doing so. But when researchers try to deliver the key ingredients of a healthy diet by a capsule, the efforts nearly always fail. Interesting side note from this article. So you can read this article in its entirety. I have only just been grabbing bits and pieces. If you go to themorningroutine.live, you'll see a link that'll take you right to the article in the New York Times. So there you go, guys. Let's move forward to Google Trends. Let's see what's going on there. The top 10 most searched things. Kevin, you know what? You're right. I might be biased in that since my career and my job right now is to sell fresh fruits. Not fruits, but vegetables. So, yeah, I am a little biased on that. But yet at the same time, if you guys go to the store and buy potatoes, really not going to change my life. So, but anyways, I do eat them. Not only do I promote fruits and vegetables, but I eat them myself. So, top 10 most searched things yesterday on Google. Number 1, Aaron Popovich. Number 2, Cavs. That's a basketball team. Number 3, Bruno Sammartino. He was a WWE wrestler way back in the day. Number 4, Rockets basketball team. Number 5, Tilted Towers. That has to do with Fortnite, the video game. Number 6, Melina Roberge, I think is her name. Number 7, Tammy Jo Schultz. That is the pilot of the, Tammy Jo Schultz is the pilot of the airline that the engine blew up and broke the window, and she landed the plane calmly and safely and everything like that. Very interesting story about her. Number 8, Randa Jarrar. Number 9, Paula Patton. Number 10, Vegas Golden Knights. That is a hockey team that's going on to the Stanley Cup. So looking like they're going to be playing the Pittsburgh Penguins is what it looks like right now. So that is what's trending today, guys. The top 10 most searched things on Google as of yesterday. So let's jump over some trending news this morning. Let's just scan real quick to see if there's anything that we really even want to share together today. Let's see. Greg Popovich, Aaron Popovich. We just saw that on the top 10 trending. That is the wife of the current Spurs basketball team coach. She had passed away. That's why she's trending on our top 10 most searched list. Let's see. Garden City, Kansas. Kansas trio was convicted in a bomb plot, so that's good. Let's see here. IRS, it's tax day again today. Remember the other day they had a glitch where people couldn't get their stuff uploaded, so they pushed it back. Today is the official last day of tax day. Let's see here. Then we have David Hogue. I don't know how to say his last name. He is the Parkland student who's been doing a lot of speaking tours and stuff like that. He is now calling for a boycott of Vanguard Group. So I'm not sure why he's calling for a boycott of Vanguard, but he is. Great Barrier Reef. Global warming is killing the Great Barrier Reef. I've heard this before. I find that interesting. Global warming, as you know, is still in debate by many people around dinner tables across the world. So who knows if that's real or not? I don't know. I can't say because I'm not a scientist. Everybody seems to have an opinion on one side or the other. So you tell me. I can tell you this right now. In Northeast Pennsylvania, this winter, since last October to the current day that I'm sitting here talking to you, global warming does not exist based on what I have observed here in the last 6 months. That is for sure. So anyways, but SpaceX. SpaceX successfully launches NASA's TESS exoplanet Hunter. So there you go. That was launching that last night. So that's what's trending on our news today, guys. Let's move forward to a passage of wisdom and just slow down just for a hair. Today's passage of wisdom. Oh, man. I got to tell you guys something. I have been so excited to share this passage with you. I actually was reading this, and I have a whiteboard over by my desk, and I wrote a little blurb of it right on my whiteboard right next to my desk. I see it every morning. This, guys, is amazing. This passage is just groundbreaking. If you think about it, soak it in, pray it over, just listen to this and take it as the truth that it is. Remember, the Bible is the Bible of truth. It is God-inspired. It is not some, it's not J.R. Tolkien sitting down writing, book number 5. This is God-inspired truth. It's not debatable, all right? If you take it as truth, this will change your life. Listen to this passage, guys. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fearfulness, but one of power, love, and sound judgment. That's it. That is it, guys. Listen to that. God, the being that has created you. You're here because of his design. Your eyeball that can see every color imaginable was created. That little tiny thing was created by him. Your skin, that when you cut it, it's like a science fiction movie. It heals over time and the wound is gone. He created you this way with the brilliant mind, the most supercomputer of a brain, to experience love, all the things that he created you. And he created you not with a spirit of fearfulness. Guys, when we have fear and anxiety and things like that, that is the devil trying to get in our way and to hold us back from achieving the great things that we have been created to achieve, the people to love, the things to do. That is not God-inspired. Fear is not your natural habitat or your natural inclination. It is a roadblock getting in the way for you to be the person that you were meant to be, which is one of power, love, and sound judgment. It says right here in 2 Timothy 1:7. Is this not the most incredible passage you have heard? Oh my gosh, for God has not given us a spirit of fearfulness, but one of power, love, and sound judgment. You are amazing. And it's not just because I'm saying that, it's because God has created you that way. Let's pray, guys, and let's get this day started. Father, thank you. Thank you for this morning, this moment, right now, this passage of wisdom that you have given us. that our ears are able to hear this and soak it in. Father, right now I pray that you open up all of our minds and hearts to know that this is a truth. This isn't just a little, oh, that's a nice little snippet, should put that on a poster. This is a truth that you have inspired, that you have created us, that you have not made us to be fearful, but powerful and filled with love and wisdom. Father, thank you for creating us the way you have. So amazing. The ability to make change, the ability to love on another person, the ability to change someone else's life with words that we can speak and the love that we can give. Unbelievable how we have that power to make somebody's life better just by doing that. Father, we thank you for how you have made us. We thank you for the grace that you have extended to us. We thank you for being there for us, even though we walk away from you consistently, turning our back and doing things the way that we want to do them. But when we turn back and remember that you're there, you're still there. You haven't walked away from us and left us. You're always there. Father, I pray today that everybody right now looks towards you and says, if you created us for power and love and wisdom, what should I do with that today? Help us each discover what we're meant to be, what our purpose is, what we can strive for today. I pray for the people today who don't know where they're going, which direction they should turn, what it's all meant to be. I pray for the teenagers who are in junior and senior year of high school, about to graduate or thinking about graduating. Give them direction. Make them know that they're filled with love and power and wisdom. And the fear that they're feeling because of the unknown is not from God, but it is a hurdle that has been put in front of them to stop them from achieving greatness that you have created them to be. I pray for all of the teenagers right now that they will see with clarity that they can make a difference and that they can have clarity on which way to go. Father, thank you for being here with us today. We love you so much. Amen. And that, my friends, is the end of another great morning routine. Man, I am fired up. I can't wait to get busy with my work today. Today is going to be an amazing day. It doesn't matter what hurdles may come our way. We have been created for greatness and strength, and we will be able to push through it and make this day count for something greater than just selfish little things like I got to have a ring ding or a ding dong. Ha ha! You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here today with me, guys. I can't wait to see you tomorrow morning once again. And don't you forget that today, this Thursday, is a perfect day for you to be exactly who you were meant to be. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.